Problem 9 for ellipses, we're going to graph and write the equation of an ellipse with the center at the origin, one focus at 3, 0, and a vertex at negative 4, 0. So we have x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals 1. And then we have a squared and b squared down here. So what are the things we know? If we know the center's at the origin, that means we know that hk is 0, 0. So I can graph 0, 0, and I can rewrite this as x squared and y squared since h and k are 0 and 0. Now, the vertex is at negative 4, 0. Since the center is 4 units away, that means the other vertex is going to be 4 units away in the other direction. So that means I know that I also have a vertex at 4, 0. Now, the focus is at 3, 0, which means I will have another focus at negative 3, 0. So these are all things that are kind of important. That also means that this ellipse will kind of be a long x direction ellipse, which means that my y distance is going to be a little bit shorter. Okay, now learn from one thing that we learned hopefully from the video about ellipses is that this distance is b, the focal length is c, and then the hypotenuse of my right triangle is a. So that means since the vertex is 4 units away, I would put a 16 under here, since that is a length of 4. And then I know that my focal length is 3. Now I can just do the Pythagorean theorem, where in this case it is c squared plus b squared equals a squared. So I have c equals 9. B squared is what we're trying to find because we need to find what goes underneath the y term. And then a squared is 4 squared, which is 16. So b would equal the square root of 7, which means that when I take b squared, I would get 7. So this is my equation. And then in order to graph this, what I have to do is I have to figure out where the square root of 7 is. The square root of 7 is somewhere in between 2 and 3. So I will put a point somewhere between 2 and 3, and then do my best to graph the ellipse.